Oh, here we go. Just got him, Andy. Just took a nice shot at him. He stunned him out. Oh, again. He's pecking at his tail. Wow, this is one aggressive suction. That is one aggressive fish right there. Now, you know when you get a fish like this that shows this much energy, you know this fish is going to stay until he eats him. This fish is coming into the boat.
And he slowed that bunker down.
He's coming into the boat. Yeah, well, he stunned him about 4 or 5 times. Now he's waiting for the right opportunity to get him by the head. He's right next to the boat, too. You can see the bunker just circling around. Oh, he is. That was it. Oh.
Shot out.
Did you see that?
You're watching Northeast Angling. We're proud to present inshore and offshore saltwater fishing. We cover every species from fluke and porgies to stripers, sharks, and tuna. You can learn more about techniques, tackle, and destinations at neangling.com. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
About the tide we were looking for.
A light southwest wind. We're going to lay with the wind and the tide, which is rare, but it's really nice. And we've been here earlier in the week, and we know there was some fish here.
And we know there's a lot of bait along this shoreline, and it won't be showing just yet, but we know it's here. We'll probably hear a couple of flips once we set up.
Now, ideally, we want to set up here, what, about 6, 7 feet?
Yeah, we're going to run it up to about 6 or 7. Right now, we're actually, even though we're pretty close to the shore, we're still in about 20 feet of water right here, and it's coming up.
So we want to get up that ledge, we want to work the edge of that ledge, and we want to work the beginning of that structure that's on the beach here.
Yeah, and these fish are going to be moving right along this beach with the tide.
I think they take advantage of the bunker that's on the outside here. They grab a quick meal, and then they come back and they stage up in this area. We're going to set here. Andy, I need you to come back on the engine a little bit.
Got it. 8 feet and coming back.
All right. We're going to set this anchor in here, make sure we got a firm grip on the bottom, and we'll get some baits in the water and see what we can do.
We got just the depth we wanted.
Bring it back.
I think we're good to shut this down.
And we'll rope this off.
Nice thing about anchoring 8 feet of water, we don't really have to drive that anchor, and we're just going to let it lay there.
Don't have to put a lot of scope out either.
No, we're going to stay tight.
Got it? Hold that, I'll set the hook in for him. Again, when you put this in, you want to grab just enough to keep the fish on the hook.
There's a
classic scale on the tip. Got that off? And
off he goes.
Right off the back here. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Whoa!
Oh, speed demon.
He's chasing him all over the place. Oh, I see the fish. Oh, Andy, you gotta see this.
Oh, I'm watching. Oh, that looks good. Look at the boils.
It's amazing, ain't it? See how he just turns on him? Not a very big fish, but wow, that's exciting watching that. And he looks pretty persistent now. I think he's going to stay with him.
Yeah, he's just circling beneath him right now.
Unless I lose my bunker here. You see him? You can see the dark shadow right under the fish. That's exciting. That's the way to do it, right? That's what.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, you gave him that little tug, Rich.
Oh,
he's hitting him again.
He's got him. He's got him head first now. I got to watch out for my ankle.
All right, I'm going to get clear.
Right on the ankle line. I see the size of that fish, and I'm not gonna get you alarmed when I set the hook. Okay?
All right. Well, I just wanted to clear. I didn't want to get rodded upside the head.
Wasn't as big as the fish that came back from your bunker. Now I'm letting this fish run. He's still going off the bow, and I'm gonna try him now. Although it's a smaller fish, I think I'll let him go far enough, and I'm in. Oh yeah, that was nice.
That's a good hookup right there.
Oh, he's up top too. Look at that. That was fun. And you know, again, with this heavier tackle, Andy, what's real nice about it is you get these fish to the boat quick, you get them back in the water quick.
Yeah, it makes the release a lot easier.
Water's like the ideal temperature right now, too. What are we looking at, about 62, 63 degrees?
Yeah, on the surface.
So they don't get tired too quick. They got a lot of fight to them. They're real fun to catch this time of season, I'll tell you. This is you know what's amazing is you've seen the size of the bunker I had.
Yeah, this is not a very big fish.
No, where do you see the size of the fish that ate this bunker? Just to give you an idea how aggressive these fish can be.
You know, sometimes guys worry about how big their bunker is and whether it's good for live. These fish can take a very big bait.
Here's evidence right here. This fish is barely a keeper. He's about a 30-inch fish, and you know you wouldn't think. Oh, there you go.
This fish came back up again.
That guy comes back. That was the good one.
He's got it right now.
Get that clicker off.
He's running.
Nice, nice. I got this guy right in the corner of the mouth. I'm gonna do this one by myself. You in?
I'm in.
All right. I'm gonna lift this guy myself right here. Go tight.
You still got it.
Attaboy, Andy. Nice
fish is on.
Again,
I don't know if it was
right?
that big guy.
But look at this. Hey, that took a whole bunker.
Oh my gosh.
Just to give you an idea.
We got a couple of bunker in the well that are just about as big as that fish.
This guy is nice, lively. I'm not going to even bother reviving him. I know he's going to take off. I'm just going to put him head first right down into the water and let him go. And you know what, Andy? Normally we lip these fish because we're letting them all go. But I'll net this fish and, you know, just illustrate the right way to do this now, what we want to do and what we don't want to do.
Well, one of the problems is these small fish, we get them into the boat really quick. And they're really active when you get them close. They're very green. So lipping this fish is very easy to drop it and make a mess out of it. Plus, we're using a wicked sharp
Now
hook.
you're going to swing him head first right into my net,
just guide his head right into the net. Whoa!
Come on, turn him.
Come on,
There
fish.
you go. See, now,
And he is hooked right in the nose.
one of the biggest problems I've noticed when people are netting fish like this is that they just spear at the fish, or they try to just get under it and lift. And intelligently, the right thing to do is just to lead the fish into the net.
Right, you need a little help from the angler.
Most definitely, most definitely. I mean, how many times have you heard this story? Oh, we had this monster right to the top, and my buddy hit it right in the head with a net.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you hear it all the time.
By the way, it's
But-
never the small fish that
No,
seem
it's
to have
always the
that.
big fish.
It's always the big guys that seem to have that.
But in essence, it's just as much the angler's responsibility as it is
Pull
the
this guy
the
out of
netter's.
here.
Yeah, that's your fish. You can handle him.
All right. And you see we got him right in the
hook
tip
right
of
in
the
the lip.
nose. And, you know, not much, a little bit bigger than your fish.
Man, like I said, it couldn't be much smaller, that's for
But
sure.
a very pretty, really healthy fish. And you notice this fish is really, really thin.
Yeah, yep.
You know, he hasn't been doing a lot of
He's on the
feeding.
feed. He's got a little bit of sea
looking for
lice on
something
him
to eat.
also. See a little bit of lice on him, a little bit of sea lice. He's
Other than
been
that, it's a
grubbing the
nice,
bottom.
healthy fish. Rich, how far do you like to keep these baits?
Actually, Andy, I think this one's getting chased right now. It's a little further than I'd like. On the average, I like to keep them, I would say, what, like 15 to 25 feet away from the boat. You know what it is? When these fish pick them up, the further that fish gets away from the boat, the harder it is to set the hook.
Absolutely.
So you want to try to keep the fish relatively close to the boat. You know, I think 20 feet's a real safe distance. I don't think the boat will really spook them at a distance of 20 feet.
Yeah, sometimes, unfortunately, when the fish come up on these baits, they race them back to the boat, so you don't want them too close to the boat.
Yeah.
Because the bunker will go back and seek the boat for shelter, and that will indeed spook the fish a lot of times. But we've had strikes right next to the boat.
Oh, we've actually watched them come up right
Yeah.
up alongside. But that's a very good point. You're right about that. And we got all three baits laying in the same area, so I'm going to try to turn one of these to get them out of the way.
And we had a good hard rain here last night. We got a little debris in the water, and we're working really hard to make sure our lines are staying clear of the debris.
Something to keep a real good sharp eye on, because a lot of times what happens is you'll get seaweed on your line and you won't even notice it.
Yep. And it's worked its way down to the hook. It's laying across the bunker, and there's a really good chance that's going to spook the fish.
Look at that.
That other bait just got hit.
Wow. Another screamer, Andy.
I'm clear. Your hook set.
We're in, bro.
All right.
Another good fish.
Another good fish.
Wow, look at that wake out there, boy. That's a nice fish.
All right, I'll land mine on my own.
Wow, he just inhaled that bunker. Again, under the surface. That's twice in a row now. That's not a bad fish,
No,
Andy.
it's not a bad looking fish at all.
This one feels pretty good, too.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm gonna have to give this guy a second. He's really trying to work his way back to
See,
the boat
you
here.
know what you just did there is very important. You seen how that fish made a run for the engine? And as soon as that fish made a run for the engine, if you notice the way you dip that rod into the water, that is so important. Because your motor is always going to be under the boat, obviously. You know how sharp the propeller is, you know how sharp everything else is on it. Just by you dipping that rod and clearing that fish under the motor was perfect. You know, we're releasing all these fish. So obviously there's really no need to net them. We don't mind if we lose them at the boat side, but it's nice to land the fish, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is really the least amount of wear and tear we're gonna put on these fish.
Andy, this looks like a nice fish.
Yeah, it does look like a good fish.
I gotta ask you one favor. I got that other live bunker swimming just under me here.
Oh, I see that. I got this hook
I know you're a
out.
little detained.
I'll get this fish back in the water. He's a really good-looking fish.
You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if something takes a peek at that other bunker right now.
Absolutely.
Just because this fish is bringing somebody in behind. I wouldn't be surprised.
He was ready to go. It didn't take much reviving at all.
This fish could easily go 30 pounds. Problem is, he's going to be a little shy of that just because.
He's a little skinny.
Little skinny. Ready?
Oh, nice fish.
Good job, bro. Good job.
Straight up. Oh, yes, a good fish. Good, solid fish.
Put him right down.
Visit the Northeast Angling website at neangling.com for nationwide saltwater charter directory, fishing news, and free fishing reports. You can also find dozens of techniques, tips, and tackle for every saltwater species. Now let's get back to the action.
Yeah, you know, Andy, like we were talking about before, that was so textbook.
Oh, we got another player over here.
So textbook.
I get on this
just
other
like
one.
we said before. How he grabbed it, how he turned it around in his mouth, and it's funny, we watched that whole thing right at the side of the boat. That fish wasn't more than, what, 10, 12 feet away?
That's all it was. You know, you just brought that bunker in, you were setting him back out again, and that fish was waiting there for him.
Yep. It's amazing, ain't it?
And he really committed to that bait right away.
The way they track him is just incredible. You know, you can almost tell when you're going to catch one of these fish. It just seems like the aggressiveness that they have when they attack that bunker, if they stay persistent, you know, eventually they're going to get him. Here he comes now. That's a good-looking fish.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice fish.
I'm going to take him on the side. I'll take him by myself here.
You got the net right at your feet. I got
you know
one.
what?
I got one on this one. You may want to just lip him.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to just grab now. We got a 50-pound test fluorocarbon leader on here. And I'm just going to take a single wrap on my hand, put my hand in his mouth.
Boy, you really had that fish lightly hooked.
I'm telling you. Look at this. He was hooked before also.
Wow. Not a bad-looking fish.
No, that's nice. I'll catch these fish all day. The amazing thing with this is just, you know, solid fish.
And they're exciting. You know, it's great to watch him hit on top like that.
Now, his dorsal fin is up. As you can
he's
see
ready
on
to
that.
go.
That fish is ready to be
Yeah, let's get him moving. Get him right back in the water.
Shouldn't be much reviving to do with this one. But when you do revive them, like you were saying before, you want to move them back and forth in the current. You can feel their mouth clamped down on your thumb is one good indication. And the other good indication is that dorsal fin.
Yeah, and
when you see that
well.
dorsal fin come erect, you know you can let that fish go and you won't have a problem. I'm going to face it. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there he goes. He's ready to take off.
He actually gave me a little love bite when he disappeared there.
Off he goes. Nice job.
Thanks, bro.
I just was able to turn that fish. You know, I had that fish running along the shoreline. He wasn't too much of anything. He was staying in one spot. I slacked him out a little bit. He moved to a new piece of water, and as soon as he got there, a fish got on him. Now, I'm just letting him swim naturally because he's not really leaving the hit zone, but I'm going to turn him a little bit. Just going to get him turn, see if I can get him turn a little bit, get him back exactly toward where he got hit. But he does not want to go that way. There he goes. Now we got him going in the right direction. We'll see if we can get that. You know, Rich, sometimes these fish, very finicky. And you got to do everything you can to get that initial strike.
You know, it's almost like you got to induce a strike with these fish, and there's a lot of different ways of doing that. You can make that fish look natural. Obviously, he's got a hook in his back, and he's swimming on its side, so by giving it a little bit of free spool, you can let that fish swim naturally and just keep a straight line going across the surface, and it really, like I said, it just induces a strike.
I think sometimes it depends on how fresh your bunker is, too. If you've got a really active bunker, you may want to actually try and hold that bunker in that spot, and a bunker that's a little slow, a little tired, you give him that slack and let him swim natural, he'll pretty much stay in the hit zone.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. You can see how fast that lively bunker tries to evade the strike. Here we go, right next to the boat. You see that one, Andy?
Oh, we got another big fish here.
This
right here next to the boat.
This is what it's all about. Now, Andy, that fish came up and blasted that bunker.
Oh, yeah. The bunker was only 15 feet from the boat when he hit it. He really hit it solid. He took a big run out. And as soon as I hooked him, yeah, he took another good 20, 30 yards of line, and I'm just trying to get that back. He just came up on top out there now.
Looks like a good fish, too.
Yeah, it's a real nice fish.
I'm going to grab the net for this one.
Yeah, I'm going to need your help. Yeah, he took a big run, and I've been slowly working him back toward the boat, but I cannot, this fish could be wild around the boat.
All right, I'm on you.
We're actually, it's pulling us up the anchor line.
Tell me on which side you want me, and I'll grab him for you.
Well, I'm going to try and work him back to the side of the boat if I can.
That looks
get him
like
get him away from this anchor line.
Looks like a really nice fish.
Well, this is what we came out here for. We really wanted to find some better fish.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, too. We had some bright sunshine. We just got a little bit of overcast that moved in. And as soon as that overcast moved in, bang, these guys showed up. Come on to the back with me.
Yeah, I'm going to walk them back there.
Yeah.
You may have to help me with that other bunker you got swimming out there.
Uh-oh, I think you just got popped. You might be on your own.
All right, no problem. Just lay that net down at my feet. I'll take
I'm
it.
all right. I'm with you. I'm with you. Turn them. Turn them. Very nice. There you go. Super job. Yep, that other one's going. You want to grab him?
I got this. Oh, yeah, it's a good bait. There we go.
Nice fish, Andy.
That's what we wanted to see.
Andy, watch your back.
I'm down.
Oh, yeah. Solid, Andy. Solid.
Yeah, this is a very big fish.
Yeah, I got a good one here, too. Look at that. Oh, that was sweet, wasn't it? You talk about timing, huh?
Oh, yeah, these fish are up and they are hot.
That was nice. That really was. You know, you got some real quality fish that just moved into this area, I think. Because we were working this area now for a pretty long time. And we had a lot, like I said, a lot of them 18, 19, 20-pound class fish. Then all of a sudden, these guys probably just pushed them right out and moved right into our baits. This guy's coming along pretty easy now. Oh, it feels good. How you doing with that fish?
Just about to get this hook out.
Oh, this one feels pretty solid also.
There we go.
I don't think he's quite as big as that one, but this is a nice fish.
Yeah, let's get this guy out of the net. We'll take a look. Oh, yeah, he's real solid.
Coming at you.
Oh, yeah, nice fish. Rich?
Another fish.
Another good fish.
You too?
Yeah, we're down to our last couple of baits now. Nice job. Come on, okay. I got that guy revived, and he's on his way.
Whoa, there he goes. Take it off.
Visit the Northeast Angling YouTube channel for hundreds of videos, including full-length episodes, exciting clips, product reviews, and instructional videos. And now, the exciting conclusion of Northeast Angling.
You know, sometimes, Rich, these fish can be really finicky.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing. Even when these baits are hooked up, you got a 7-0 or 8-0 or 9-0 Gamakatsu in the back of these fish, they still elude the bass on a regular basis because they're just so lively. But there's ways that you can slow that fish down. What do you like to do, Andy?
Well, one of the things I do is, you know, if a bunker's going in the direction I want him to go in, I just try to kind of keep steering him that way. What I'll do is I'll put gentle thumb pressure on the spool, keeps the bunker faced in that one direction because, you know, I'm steering his tail. And I'll just let that bunker work out a bit, and then when he gets to a distance I feel I'm comfortable with, I feel I can still work the bait successfully, I'll hold him there.
I hear you. You know, a lot of times I noticed you'll have a couple rods in the holders, maybe 3 rods in the holders, you'll have live bunker flapping around the boat. And what they'll do is they'll just circle the boat at the end of the line. They'll keep tension on your rod, your line will be taut, and they'll just keep moving around the boat. And then all of a sudden you'll just, you know, for the heck of it, pick one of them rods up and throw out, you know, 2 or 3 feet of slack, and the next thing you know, bam!
Boom, there's a fish on that rod. You're absolutely
comes up out
right.
of nowhere. So
I think sometimes that the fish was there the whole time, and the bait just didn't look natural.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, they're very curious fish. There's no 2 ways about it. I mean, how many times have you hooked a bass, a substantial sized bass, and have another one follow him right to the boat?
Absolutely.
You know, it's a competition thing, and they're very aggressive feeders.
You know, another thing we see all the time, and you know, we're sitting here in 10 feet of water, and we've got the fish finder on, and we'll bring baits back into the boat, and then take a quick glance over the fish finder. Next thing we see is a big mark under the boat.
Yep, no, I agree. I agree. And of course, obviously, it's always good to find a spot where there's more than one fish.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you get a couple of fish in an area, and one of them fish turn on, you'll see the other fish are going to turn on with them. It's amazing.
Yeah, you start getting a couple of strikes, and you know, next thing you know, two baits are going. We've had a couple of double headers already, and you know, real big hookups.
Oh, I just seen the fish come up. That's a nice fish, Andy. 10 feet away from the boat, that fish just came up, swirled right underneath him, just as I was letting that fish get away from the boat. Oh, there he goes.
There he is.
He missed him, but he took a good shot at him. And let's see how hungry this bass really is, Andy.
Oh,
he
there
looks
we go.
pretty
He popped
hungry.
him again.
He's got him.
Oh, you can see him in his mouth.
Yeah, did you see that? He's still chasing him down. He actually didn't get him that time.
No, he tried to turn him. Oh, he's got him stunned out completely.
I'm just going to let this bunker up. He picked him up now. He's got him head first. He's taking him down, and now he's walking away with it. I'm going to let this fish go a little bit because that was a very big bunker I got on there. Now he's actually stopped, and he's coming towards me. Now he's going back away again. Now what you want to do is you want to stay tight to that fish. You want to stay direct to that fish, a little bit of hand pressure, and when you feel he's got it deep enough, you want to throw that reel into gear, get all the slack out, and really set that hook hard. Now he's still on there, although the line's not going out. He's running up towards the bow. So I have an idea which way he's going, and I think I'm just about ready here, Andy. I'm in. Nice fish, Andy. Came across the top.
Yep, I see him there.
All right. That was just so textbook. You know, we talk about it time in and time out, how he stun that fish and how he bang it and grab it, and that's exactly what he did. And we actually watched that right at the side of the boat. That was a nice fish. That was fun to watch. I'll tell you, that's one of the reasons live linings are so exciting. You know, you get to see that like that, it's just phenomenal. I'll tell you, he's not a tremendous fish, but I could spend all day catching fish this size on live bunker. Looks like another 20, 22-pound fish. Pretty active too. He's fighting really hard. Yeah, you know, I heard that rod in the corner, and I'm seeing that bunker on top.
I see him.
He looks like he's getting nervous. Ready? I'm coming right at you. Here we go. I'm gonna come right at you. And you know, netting these fish are very important. You wanna take the head of that fish and lead him directly into the net, right? Oh, that's a nice looking fish. So what we're gonna do now is just lay him down in the water. And again, you can put your hand right in these fish's mouths. They have a lot of bite pressure, but for some reason, they don't lock down on you too hard. So now I'm just gonna swim him back and forth to revive him. Wait for the dorsal to come up, and we're gonna release him. Oh, there he goes. Take it off. When live lining striped bass, one of the most important things to take into consideration is the terminal tackle that you're using. Today we're outfitted with a 9-0 Gamakatsu hook attached to 50-pound test Invisalign. We're using 130-pound test Spro Swivel, and we're using 30-pound test Suffolk as our main line. The rod and reel that we're using is a Trinidad 30 for a reel. The rod is a medium-heavy Calcutta rod rated for 20 to 40-pound test. Gear like this will enable you to get these fish out of the rocks and away from the structure and into the boat.
Oh, nice. Solid fish.
There's
Good solid fish.
There's the double.
Our bait started getting really active again on this calm water.
Yeah, you know, but we were talking about also when that one fish commits, how the fish around him just respond to it.
Absolutely.
And I had this guy playing with the bunker up in the bow for a little while. Finally took it down, I locked him up, and the next thing you know, that fish jumped right on yours.
I'll tell you, we're going to have a little bait situation in a while. We've gone through nearly all of our live bait at this point. You know, we thought we had way too many, and as it turns out, we're just barely going to have enough.
It seems that way. My guy's up on top. This looks like a nice fish.
Oh, yeah. I got a feeling yours is looking a little bit better than mine.
Oh, nice hook, though.
Yeah, he's just
See that? I can see that.
Oh, yeah.
See the gummy right in the corner of his mouth. That's a perfect hook right there.
You gotta love these Gamakatsu hooks.
I think I got the wind out of this guy's sails. He's coming at us.
Actually, this fish's been caught before.
Has he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's a good-looking fish. That's a nice fish.
That's not a bad fish at all right there. Oh.
Boy, this guy's deeply hooked. He wasn't coming out.
That's nice. Look at that, Andy.
Good-looking fish, Rich.
Yep.
Yeah, that's certainly a little bit bigger than this one.
Tail's a little red.
Very
Looks
nice.
like he just finished spawning. He dropped out. You can see how skinny this guy is. He's a long fish to be that skinny.
That looked like that other fish we had earlier today. We've seen a lot of fish, these long, skinny fish. That's why they're in here. They're hungry. They spawn, they haven't been feeding a lot, and they're feeding now.
You can see the redness in his tail a little bit. His dorsal's a little beaten up. The fish probably just dropped, you know, right at the end of the spawn, made his way down in here to the Western Sound, and now he's looking to fatten up quick, and what better thing to fatten up on than these bunkers that are in this harbor.
Yeah.
Nice, Andy. Good job.
Good-looking fish there.
Did you drop that one in?
Yeah, let's start reviving these fish.
I'll take this one to the other side.
Yeah, maybe bring down the other side of the boat.
Thank you for watching Northeast Angling. You can learn more about techniques, tackle, and destinations as seen on this show at neangling.com. See you on the water.